When I say go, then hit the ball. Ready, go. Okay, so come over here. I'm recording the whole thing, so
okay.
You'll be able to see the entire process.
Short my swing is.
Yeah, your backswing is really short, and also on the way down, it's all from your upper body strength.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. So you're not using your lower body that way. You are strong, so you can hit still far. But if you look at the rhythm, essentially you simply just reach this position.
Yep.
Then from here, try to hit the ball with your strength.
100%.
Yep.
You're right on.
So what we'll work on is to improve the movement pattern.
Heck yeah.
And then we'll use the so-called two-step swing drills.
Cool.
Okay. So and then I will do different things, but so for a while you will make a lot of swings without the ball. Okay.
Without the club or the?
No, without the ball.
Okay.
So just simply try to touch the tip here.
Okay.
The two-step swing drills, there are 3 stages.
Okay.
Stage 1 is you start with the feet together, and then throw the club toward the target first, and then take the away step.
Okay.
Bring it back, and while you're making this back swing, you will make the forward step, and then swing. So let's practice the rhythm. You don't have to swing really hard at this point. Simply try to feel the rhythm. Mm-hmm. And then in doing this, it's important to throw the club this way. This is called the trigger motion.
Okay.
And make the trigger motion more rigorous.
So do you want me to throw it this way as I'm stepping that way?
So when the club is about here, then you will start.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. And then at this point, just relax. You don't have to swing really hard.
It's hard.
Again, just to feel the rhythm.
I've always felt like I'm all upper body.
Yeah, the timing of the first step is good. Also, the second step is good. So we'll just swing a few times. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now your rhythm is getting better. And in doing that, try to feel the rhythm. So the whole thing is basically based on the rhythms. Throw, bring it back, and then swing. Throw, bring it back, and swing, as if you're dancing.
Yeah.
And try to connect the motion, as much as possible. So make it continuous motion. Mm-hmm. And that the only thing that I want to probably change is on the way down, you intentionally try to lower your body.
Okay.
Let's eliminate that. So instead, pay attention to pushing the ground and just standing up instead of lowering. This, because of this, you are losing the timing. So on the way down, instead of intentional lowering, simply swing and then stand on your left side. Okay, part of the reason why you do this is because you're opening the chest early.
Okay.
So when you start the downswing, try to keep the back toward the target,
All right.
like a Happy Gilmore. Okay, so try to keep the back toward the target, and then, okay, now let's do sort of a full swing.
Okay.
Imagine here you have a big drum.
Okay.
You're hitting the drum and then make loud sound,
Okay.
so that everyone on the globe can hear it. Okay? So that's your goal. Don't worry about what your body does.
What do you mean by that? Hit the drum.
So just pay attention to swinging, hard.
Okay.
And
So
don't worry about what your body does. So try to bring your attention to something outside.
Out here?
Just to swing it through. That's that's all.
Here, though?
Yeah. So still maintain the trick. Start with the feet together.
Okay.
So still we're doing stage 1. The timing of the first step was late. Again, rhythmic motion. Give, throw, and then move away. That was too early.
Too early.
You were doing all right, and suddenly. Yeah. So forget about what your body does. Simply pay attention to, something outside, something external. Yes. That's very good. And now I will record this. All right. So when I say go, and then take the swing. Ready, go. Okay, and then let me record from here again. Now let's take a look at what you are doing now. Okay? So first, let's go back to your initial swing.
Okay.
So go about here and then try to push down with your arms. Now.
Whoa, parallel to the ground.
Yeah, so now you have a larger backswing. And also see how much you are using your body now.
Yeah, totally.
So in your case, it's really just easy. Yeah. Just increase the dynamics of your swing. That's all I need.
Sure.
And you already achieved that with the stage 1. But since you are teaching, we can try something else so that you can use it when you teach.
Yeah.
So 2 things here. The first one is the kettlebell swing.
Cool.
So hold the kettlebell like this.
Yeah.
And then keep swinging back and forth using your lower body.
This is like from the show with Como.
Yeah. So when you keep your hands forward,
Yeah.
then have a straight arm, then it's hard to use your arms.
Yeah.
So keep it here. And then just swing back and forth by using the lower body, small steps. And then make the last, wind up, and then throw the club.
Feet together?
In this case, just use your regular stance, then make small steps, and then make sure you use the lower body. Wait. Your foot, when you're swinging this way, this foot leaves the ground early. That means you're using your upper body.
Okay.
So if you really use your lower body, the toe will stay on the ground. So try to really use your lower body. Yeah. And then try to gently push the ground both ways. Yes. Yeah.
So strong, it almost seems like a heavy kettlebell.
So this means now you're using your lower body.
Yeah, I never use my
more.
lower body.
Yeah. Now it's leaving.
You're right. I never push off this foot. Like, there's so many swings where I'm like, in my past where I'm like here.
Yeah.
The club's like exiting, and it's almost like I went this way and then went back.
So what happens is that when you use your arms too much, then swing the arm and then foot leaves the ground. But if you really use the lower body, legs and then pelvis, then it has to, the toe should stay on the ground. Yeah, and then make a big wind up and then let it go, boom. Yeah, perfect. So this is the idea of the kettlebell swing.
Okay.
And then you will be able to monitor how the foot moves. And if the toe leaves the ground early, then it's still upper body driven swing. Yeah, again, swing, yes. Good, very good. Yep.
Dr. May I ask a question? Where in the swing of people that have good patterns do you typically see the arms like contributing the most? Like at what point are they starting to contribute?
The arms, basically in terms of speed generation,
Yeah.
The lower body is the main one.
It's the main one.
Yeah, and then, so when you move like this, and then you will be able to throw the arm in the end, instead of try to pull it down.
It's less of this, and is it more of maybe there's like some push with the pec, or?
So it's basically, it is a more pushy feel instead of pulling.
Yeah, I've always felt pulley.
Yeah.
There you go.
So when you pull, then pretty much you are paralyzing your lower body because you don't need this.
Gotcha.
When you pull.
Gotcha.
But in order to push, you have to have a good support from the lower body, and then throw. Yeah. Now the next one is the rope swing. This is to find the right timing. In your initial swing, you were rushing down because you only go this high and then try to hit the ball with the arms.
Yeah.
Now, so keep a little bit of swing this way and then bring it up. Up.
Oh, this is gonna
So
be hard for me.
no. So just in your case, you have to hold it there. So go here and then bring it up. Yeah. Swing. Just keep swinging back and forth. Okay. Go ahead. You will quickly get used to it. Yes.
But I still want to just pull it.
Yeah, throw out, and then, so the thing is, wait until the rope goes around your body and come down this way. So you don't have to swing really hard.
So just wait for it.
Yeah.
A bit.
So this is for timing, because you already have your swing plane. So I'm not worried about that. It's just a matter of timing of the downswing. Okay. Now your downswing is a bit flatter, so that's why the rope is going this way. Turning around, it generally goes up to your neck.
Gotcha.
So if you keep it a bit a bit steeper, yeah. Generally, in the arm dominant swing, what happens is you have to pull this down and then pull it in. So that's why you have a flatter hand motion plane.
Yeah, through this way.
Yeah. So
It's like,
now let's try to sort of a pushing.
okay.
So that way you will be able to move up high up here. And then also on the way down, you tend to have your arms more out like this.
Okay.
So it's leaving from the body quite far. Try to keep it a bit closer to your body on the way down. Keep the hands closer to your body. Perfect.
What would you say about someone that was swinging this rope, and as they kind of got to the top, they let their left arm collapse and let the rope get
That's okay. I mean, if it's a natural movement, then yeah. So in your case, we always pull it down,
100%. Yep.
and then the hands are going out too far, and then bring it in like this.
Yeah.
But try to keep the hands a bit closer to your body so that you can easily turn around, and then have a bit steeper pad.
So when I get up to here,
So
I
here,
just almost want to feel like I leave my hands alone.
so it crosses your right shoulder here, and then it goes around here.
Okay.
And then when this finishes, then start the downswing. So do
But
not,
don't pull.
no, so just use your body.
All right.
Turn your body, not, do not pull the,
Try to keep the rope on your back a little longer.
yeah. Again, you're using your arms here. Try to,
Trying not to. Little habit.
and then also you're opening your body quite a bit this way.
Yeah.
That's all combined, because you are going up about here and then try to pull it down.
Sure.
And then your body also was lowering and then turning quite a bit.
Trying to fade it.
But remember,
Yeah.
start the downswing with your back toward the target. So delay opening of the chest. And then keep your hands close to your body and then let it go. Okay, you don't need to swing around, just let it go. You're going like this.
Yeah, I know.
So instead of using the arms early on, so go up here and then turn everything together and then finally throw your arms. Let's do this without the rope.
Yeah,
So
it's hard.
fold your arms with the left arm above so that you can throw the left arms. So let's assume the setup position with that and go to the backswing top. And then as you start the downswing, just try to turn. So with the back toward the target here, and then keep it this way a bit longer, and then your arm is going this way, but try to come this way here. Yeah. So here, pretty much when you hold when you shake hand,
Okay.
then your arm is coming down here, your hand is coming this way, right?
Sure.
This is the impact position here.
Sure.
Instead of going out here, and then try to do something like this.
Okay.
Just keep here.
Okay.
Then you will be able to just turn around. It's easy, simple motion. So let the hands go up.
Up here?
So again, from the closed position, your back is toward the target. Here, you see, you're coming down like this.
Sure.
You don't need to do that. So from here, just bring it down, and then let it go here. So you are making the downswing really complex by using the arms.
I know.
So it can be as simple as just go up here from this position. You know, when you repeat the swing back and forth,
Sure.
like using the kettlebell,
Sure.
you are essentially establishing the swing plane here.
Sure.
So then when you go up here, simply follow that swing plane,
Okay.
and then keep your shoulders closed, come down that way. Just let the hands come this way and then impact here.
Okay.
Then you will have a square position here,
Okay.
and then let it go.
Okay.
So no need to bring this down and then try to throw the arm or horizontally. Yes, when you use the body and they come down that way, the swing motion is really simple.
Yeah, I've hit the ball my whole life with my upper body. It's not even.
So, yeah, that way you don't have to do any,
I would think you don't want to go that way.
Yeah, start the downswing with the closed position. Naturally, your hands will come down that path along the swing plane, and then let it go. And then stand on the left side. Then you don't have to turn this way a lot. Okay? So just bring it down and then let it go and stand on the left side. The swing motion becomes really easy. And you are not introducing any distraction on the way down. So again, let's use the rope.
This is hard for me.
And then you don't have to swing hard in the downswing. Just try to swing equally hard both ways. So
God, it's like once I grab something, it's like, it feels easy with nothing in my hand.
So let me show you again. So when you have a strength, then you tend to use that, right?
Totally.
But
I know, I feel it.
I'm way out of shape, so I know by weakness. Then I try to use the whole body.
Sure.
So go here. More than anything, you need to feel the motion of the rope.
Sure.
So essentially, you need to know the inertia,
Sure.
the mass of the rope.
Sure.
And then when you feel the motion of the rope, then you will be able to adjust your body motion to secure this simple motion of the rope. So in other words, we already know the outcome we need to generate, which is a consistent motion of the rope.
Sure.
Your body will work together to generate that motion, to secure that motion.
Okay.
So if your body does something, then you always need the compensation.
Sure.
So try to focus on the motion of the rope.
Okay.
Feel the motion of the rope. Okay. So if this is the motion we need to generate, then by using the body, you will simply secure that motion. Because I respect the inertia of the rope.
I don't yet.
So you are not necessarily not respecting it, but just you are more sensitive to your body motion.
Hold down with my arms.
Get going and you'll find it.
Yeah, so keep the. So let me give you this image. Then it will probably inspire you a little bit.
Okay.
This is a lady playing on the KLPG, Korean LPG. But
It's not Michael Davis. Just kidding.
so if you look at the rhythm here,
Yeah, it's late. It's like her arms are coming off late.
yeah, what happens is while the body is shifting toward the target,
Sure.
still her shoulders are turning backward.
Sure.
So you have good overlapping
Sure.
between the downward shift
Sure.
and then backward turn.
Sure.
So this is what you need.
Sure.
Once you have a more wind up,
Sure.
overlapped wind up,
Sure.
then you don't have to use your arms that
Cool.
much.
You're right.
Yeah. So
I'm trying.
it's like
That's why we're here, right?
if I imitate that. So while your shoulders are still turning, you're already starting the shift motion. With that, naturally you will use your body more. So try to keep the body closed more, the shoulders closed more, a bit longer. So what happens is on your downswing, go up here and always try to come down this way.
I know.
But instead, come this way.
So I'm trying to go like this way, right?
So again, so turn as you move. Again, let's go back here.
Okay.
So as you turn, and then you're going this way, and then do not open the hip early.
Got you.
Because the pelvis opens early, everything will follow with that. So keep even the pelvis, keep your butt toward the target at the beginning of the downswing. So, if you look at Happy Gilmore, okay? Happy Gilmore,
Yeah, totally.
the last step in Happy Gilmore, he's in this position here, then hit the ball. So keep your pelvis also closed. And you don't need to slide that much.
Okay, that's just a feel.
So what happens is in modern golf, the issue I see is that you don't shift your pelvis this way that much,
Okay.
but then try to shift it quite a bit this way, so the pelvis slides.
Right.
So this has to start with a good shift away from the target initially, and then as you turn and then recenter.
Okay.
All you need is a recenter.
Okay. So I need to be more.
Yeah, and then stand on your left side after that. Yeah. So you don't have to open and slide it a lot. So shift away and then recenter, and then,
It's the shift away I need. Like I don't.
so it doesn't have to be this
Sure.
motion here.
Totally.
Yeah.
There.
The advantage of shifting away early is in order to shift away, you actually have to push the ground
Sure.
outward with your left leg.
Sure.
So essentially, you are starting the backswing with your left leg action. Then you will shift away, right?
Sure.
And then recenter. If you can do the recenter, that means that you are pushing now the ground with your right leg. And then coming back here. And then, from there downswing, to the downswing. And then no need to drop, no need to
Drop.
move your body down intentionally.
Okay.
Just from here, and then simply stand on the left side. That's better, that's better. Again, keep the pelvis closed, and then start the downswing. Then now the rope is coming.
Close, I'm not going to want to go that way.
So now the rope is coming this way instead of going that way.
Sure.
Yeah. And then at the top, have more time, so that wait until the rope goes around.
Sure.
And then start the downswing. So during that time period, you will have this recentering motion. Yes. This time, kind of. Did you use this drill a lot? You keep your butt touching the wall, and then during the swing, always try to keep.
Well, I've worked a lot on kind of going this way.
That's a really bad movement. So when that happens, your left leg will not be able to push the ground that well because your left hip is basically moving backward.
Sure, I don't want to do that.
So if you want to stand on the left side, then you should not move your left hip this way too much. Yeah, that's your habit.
Sure, trying to do it.
So again, simply shift away and have a recentering, and then swing and stand on your left side. Do not let your left hip moving backward too much. And completely stand on the left side.
Yeah, totally. Feels terrible.
No, it's
just a bad.
Still you hit the ball really well and you play well with your original swing pattern. So still it's a one way to move your body, right? Yeah. But here we just want to improve the way you move your body. So yeah.
Totally. No, I get it. It's just hard for me right now.
Shift away, turn around, and then let it go.
I want to be up here though.
Yeah. So imagine what would be the best way to now. Let's
If I was going to do this in slow motion, how would you do it?
No, it's hard to do a slow motion because this will not move the way the same way. But remember, again, the goal is to move the rope, right?
Sure.
Make it really simple. Let's say without much motion. If you just move the rope, then it will go like this, right?
Just put it back on my shoulder.
So if you don't have rigorous action here, then it will be simply this one. But you know how to work with the rope. And then increase the rigor here, and then try to make it a bit faster. But really the key is how you
I've always, whenever I've grabbed the rope,
play with the rope, and then move the rope the way you want. So even during the backswing, try to make the backswing continuous. Turn continuously, then the rope will come down here. Instead of just stopping somewhere. No. So now what happens is your arm just stays here, and then let the rope go around. But try to continue the turn so that the rope can nicely go around your body.
So I'm stopping my turn?
One way to solve this problem is let's swing really hard back and forth, really fast. And simply have a bit more time up there. All you need is just have a bit more time up there. Wait until the rope goes around and then let it go. Like this. Yeah,
I get it. It's just like everything's off.
So again, assume your setup position.
My lower body feels so late. Man.
So assume the setup position, and I will grab this end here, and then try to pull this. You don't have to put really hard, but I will release this at count 3, and then after that you will just make a continuous motion, continuous turn, and then bring this back, on your shoulder. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then the rope goes quite, well here.
Sure.
But the thing is, from the backswing to downswing, do not rush. You are rushing.
Totally. Yeah. I feel like it's just like when I do this, and it's just like I'm like waiting for the club to like.
So you have to feel that you are in a reverse pivot position here. So your upper body is leaning toward the target a little bit. Okay.
When you hear a lot of great players will say things like, they feel really patient in transition.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I think that's what we're trying.
So in this position,
I don't like
if you keep the upper trunk slightly this way, okay, if you have this feel, then this is like the whole world upside down. Oh, this is really awkward, but actually this is good position. With that, you will go into a downswing. From there, let it go. So you need to have a good recentering motion.
Okay.
During this period, you still have to keep turning the shoulders in the backward direction.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Then when that happens, you are using these muscles really well, and also you don't rush down.
So if I was going to sit in my house and just mess around, I probably would have to just do a lot of.
Yeah. And then then after that, just stand on the left
Go.
side. Stand on the left side. That's all you need. So, or you can use this folded arm here. Go up and then coming back, and then turn and stand on the left side.
I'm trying.
So this recentering motion is basically happening as a result of your initial shift away and then pushing. So you don't intentionally manufacture this position here.
So it's like I need more of that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a continuous motion and coming back here. And then stand on the left side. Yeah. So that's the flow.
Yeah, I have no flow.
Yes, yeah.
No
So-
flow.
So that's why the backswing is really important.
Sure. God, it just reminds me.
The purpose of backswing is not just to bring your arms and club up here, but rather you're actually triggering your body.
Sure.
So the initial trigger motion in stage 1, that triggers good backswing. The backswing triggers good downswing. But if you lose this rhythm, then you tend to rely on your strength.
Yeah, it's just overpower it with my upper body.
So, yeah, the rope swing, you'll have to work on this a bit more.
Right.
But now let's go back to the club swing again. So stage 1.
More there.
So make it continuous motion. So keep the hips close to the target and then let it go. You don't have to make a really long step, okay? Just stand on the left side. Stand on the left leg. And then now, let's swing it hard. Let's swing it hard. So this time, all you need to pay attention to is the drum in front of you, swinging really hard and hit it.
Oh, hit a drum out here.
Yeah. So in other words, you're drawing your attention to something external. Don't worry about your body motion. The more you think about your body motion, the more you will have trouble. So yeah, just let it go and then have a good flow. Yes. Now what we see is you're starting the downswing with a lot more closed position.
Really?
Yep. Yes. So now you naturally have more time up there. That's called mature backswing.
Mature.
Mature and elongated transition.
Love it.
So what happens during the transition phase is the pelvis, the hips will change the direction of rotation first, and then the chest, shoulders, the arms, and the club, right? So we have this central to a peripheral transition sequence.
Okay.
When you have elongated transition phase, then these will have a good time spaces, right? And then this just gives you a really mature backswing. So you don't have to really use your arms
So
on the way
question
down.
for you. You would probably hate somebody freezing at the top of their backswing.
If it's a complete pause,
Yeah.
then it won't do anything good to you. So the motion should be continuous. You can have more time up there for the mature backswing. That's very different from complete pause.
I feel like gankish shit comes.
And then also on the way down, rushing down is not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
In order to use these muscles well. Okay, again, so let's do stage 1 again. I will record this. Now the motion is a bit different. So again, have a good wind up and the closed position. And then you will see that your distance increases. Even you're already swinging well, but I like it. So I will record this. Go.
I feel it.
Yeah, now you're waiting. You're waiting.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
felt that one.
So that means you have a mature backswing, right?
That one felt like the best.
And then, so like,
Whoa, that thing's parallel to the ground. Wow.
so it's like the ground spins you open. You're not having to try to.
So this was the previous stage 1, but still you are rushing,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And then so this leg just going like this.
Totally.
But now you have the foot
Yeah.
on the ground, still have more time, and then turn around.
Gotcha.
In this one, so the foot is not really quickly flipping
Sure.
like this. You see?
Love that.
So you didn't have enough time
Sure.
after touching, so then after you
Yeah.
had to turn it because you were rushing down. But now, with this mature backswing,
Yeah, I get it. I feel
and
it
then
when
you
I
have
wait.
you are using these muscles.
I feel it. I like the biggest thing for me is like just waiting, like almost feeling like the club like finishes.
Yep.
Like me, I'm always like, ooh. 100%.
So,
I know
so
it.
that's the idea of the rope swing. You know, you will really be able to practice. How
I did
to
it
wait.
because every time I've grabbed a rope, I grabbed a hula hoop yesterday when I was playing with my daughter, and I was like, dang man, this is not right. Like not a hula hoop, I was grabbing a.
Now I will graduate you for this stage 1.
Okay.
The next is stage 2, and then we'll eliminate the first step, away step. So assume relatively narrow stance.
Yeah.
So go that way, slide this way. So you are not moving this foot,
Okay.
and then you will have to take a step with the left foot. So
Sure.
just to keep space here, you'd
Yeah.
better go that way. So have room for the second step.
Okay.
The same idea, throw the club this way, this is a trigger motion, and start everything. And then eliminate the first step,
Gotcha.
but the same idea, only taking the second step, but the same idea. Yeah, so your foot is moving this way, so you'd better start from, if you want to stay on the mat, then you'd better start from there. And it's a narrow stance, so your right foot is here,
Okay.
and the left about here.
Okay.
And then take this much step here.
Okay.
Okay, so good trigger motion, and yes.
I feel it. Dana Dahlquist teaches. Did Dana come see you? Do you know who Dana Dahlquist is?
Yeah, I haven't,
Teaching like a lot of this. I know Bo Hostler working on a lot of this.
I know Dana is open to these new ideas, so
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I just know somebody that went to Dana, and they were doing this.
I have good friends of Dana, so I know several people, so yes,
I feel it now.
yeah. And then again, make sure you have a
So it's
much
trying not to like, it's almost like letting my arms and my hands relax and not trying to manipulate a position.
yes, yes. So you are using the rhythm and the lower body
Swing the
action,
club,
yes, and then let it go instead of
Trying to
try
force
to
it into
try to manipulate anything with everything with your hands. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. The timing of the yes. Now you know. The timing of the second step is late.
Wait.
So as an instructor, not only it is important to experience this,
Sure.
but also you should be able to teach this to your students,
Sure.
right? So always keep that in mind.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I wonder if a lot of people would even be in, like, you know what I mean, trying to like pop this on somebody. I wonder if they would be open-minded to like just other people. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's all in the way you present it. If you present it to them like, hey, there's, you know,
Yeah.
this is some experimental thing, they're probably going to be like, I'm weird about it.
Totally.
This is what you can do.
Late. Again, the timing is late. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when the club is about 45 degrees here, then you already had to start the second step.
Cool.
So in order to do that, remember, you shift away and then recenter, right? By pushing the ground outward with your right leg. So using that, you have to have natural step. Yes, like that. And then try to keep it again more closed and then have more time up there. Continuous motion, but wait until the turn is done and then let it go.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotta wait for it, man.
Yeah. So always, what I see, in these days is people try to rush down.
Sure.
And before the body is ready, you try to start the downswing.
Sure. You just want to hit it so fast.
Yeah. Sometimes simply having more time up there and then wait until the backswing matures, that already gives you a lot of advantage.
Right.
But in your case, so you can mix this with more keeping the shoulders more closed.
Sure.
Then that will give you good use of these big muscles here. Because from this position, when you try to turn, you have to use these muscles.
Sure. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so weird to wait for it up there.
Yeah, and then basically in the downswing, you are trying to stand on your left foot.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will record this. So swing when I say go. First, I will change the ratio. Okay, ready, go. Oh, look at that mature backswing. I like it. Yeah, the advantage of having mature backswing is that you don't have to rush down, so you don't have to use your arms that much.
Sure. Yeah. No, I need to get used to this. I got a lot of work to do.
Now let's move to stage 3.
Okay.
Stage 3, no step.
No step.
So assume your regular stance, but still maintain the rhythm. Okay. So have a trigger motion and then bring it back and then let it go. No, trigger motion first.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
You're really using your body. Yeah. Once you break out of that, the tendency of rushing, then certainly.
Yeah.
You realize how the ground just rips you open without you like.
Yeah.
So overall, this is a rhythmic motion. So you have up, and up feel.
I'm just really trying to think about the weight right now. Just waiting for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's like
obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have enough time up there, wait until your body is ready to go down. Then that alone will give you a lot of benefits. Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. So now he knows how to use the body. Okay, I will record this. Always, stage 1 takes the most time.
Yeah.
Once you establish a good rhythm, then the next stage is easy. Okay. You will have all these, so don't worry.
All right.
Okay, ready, go. Love it.
Feel like you can like almost hear.
So let's go back to what you did initially.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, this is usually what happens.
Yeah.
So this is what you were doing at the beginning. Now,
Whoa.
you see the flow.
Yeah, totally. Wow.
And so you have naturally more backswing because you use this momentum.
Totally.
Yeah. Because you are actively using your body during the backswing, so it goes a bit more. And then from there, you have a good, mature backswing and then coming down.
Love it.
Yep.
Cool. Whoa.
Crazy right there. Such different.
Totally. I've never seen my swing like even close to parallel to the ground unless I'm like actively like trying to use my wrists.
This is your initial swing.
No, I know. I've seen that swing a few times.
Yeah. So now,
It'll generate like 120 from there.
now the question. So you'll have to test how fast your clip speed is. Okay. So go to Dallas National and then measure it, and you will be able to see a lot of increase in the clip speed. So now we have this rhythm in place. Then how you take advantage of this in your normal swing? That's the key. So let's do your normal swing, and then you already know how to move the body. In other words, you need to have a good initial shift. With that, you will have recentering, right? During the recentering, you will have a closed shoulder position.
Sure. Yeah.
And then have a good mature backswing, and then going into a downswing. Yeah.
I can do that.
So let's go. And again, your goal is to hit something in front of you really hard. Mm-hmm.
I feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
And then now here, this is not for you, but perhaps for your students.
Uh-huh.
So intentionally try to make a sound here. And this is what we developed last weekend at the Winstar when we had the golf school there. But so imagine you're making a sound, okay? So, or what you can do is VJ swing.
All right. VJ swing.
So that VJ is longer, right?
Oh, I just gotta wait.
So yeah. So by having this kind of sound or some sort of internal clock or whatever that is, if you can sort of have this kind of rhythm, then that's it. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
And then before you start, it's important to have the first one. So although normally when you have a club trigger motion, then this will be right? But now if you don't make this, they still have this sound, but with that, you can move your body a little bit. It's not a quick turn, but follow the rhythm. VJ, so it shouldn't be too fast, okay? And then perhaps what you can do is push the ground with your left leg. And then so bring the left hip up. VJ. So when you...
Hold on. So there?
Yeah, so when you push the ground with the left leg, then the left hip will move up. So with this one, and then going into a backswing, okay? So, yeah. Yeah. So if you connect these, then you are preparing the backswing.
So it's almost like,
So this is a body-driven trigger motion, not the club-driven trigger motion. Yeah. So whatever that is, if you prepare your body, it's always important to start the backswing right.
Sure.
So it must be a dynamic start instead of having really stable setup position, and then it's hard to start.
So it's almost like, in a way, it would be like this shift starting to happen while the club hasn't left the ground.
You should have it here, and then start the shift first, and then turn. So this is called shift-turn rhythm, or shun rhythm. Shift-turn.
So it's like,
Always shift goes first and then turn.
sure. So it's like,
On the way down, the same. You have a
I got
recentering.
you.
This is shift, and then turn.
it's the same,
So,
very similar stuff that Josh Koch talked about.
yeah, so I use it. So I have those two boys. I use one where I'll actually get on the ground and I will hold the club head and make them try to kind of, I tell them like,
So always you have a good initial shift. Anything that promotes that good initial shift, then the backswing becomes a lot easier. Yeah. Then so you have a shift. Then you'll have to bring it back, recentering with the weight here, and then let it go. Yeah. So always pay attention to how you start the backswing. Yeah. Okay. So give me three good swings.
Going this way or no?
No trigger motion. It should be a body-driven trigger or without trigger. But the bottom line is you have to have a good initial shift away. Yeah. And then wait a bit more. Wait a bit more. Yeah. So because now you have a mature backswing, good elongated transition phase, so that's why you can swing it hard with these big muscles.
I get it.
Yeah. So the speed is coming from these big muscles, and your arms will do the direction control.
Yeah.
Instead of the arms doing both.
So it's like Genk is kind of like the way he would explain it. It'd be like almost like your arms are staying up. That's his way probably of saying it. It's like he gets it and his arms are staying up.
Yeah.
As the body's starting to.
But the only thing is that even after the weight, if you turn your shoulder too flat,
Sure.
then it's not a good idea. So have a good wind up and keep the shoulders closed.
Sure.
And then let's go down from there.
So I can do a lot of like this.
Yeah. But again, that motion shouldn't be an intentional motion.
Okay.
It should be the result of your initial shift and then recentering. Okay.
yeah, let your arms be loose.
So one thing people misunderstand is that you intentionally have to do this, but
Sure.
rather it's just the outcome of your initial shift away. Yeah, naturally you will come back. Yes, like that. So that's why the right foot is so important. You have to push the ground outward.
Which one you say outward? What do you mean?
So that way, push down and that way.
Push this way.
Yeah. So after you're loading onto this side, and then try to push the ground outward, then your body will.
I've never used my right foot. Everything's always left.
So the key is again backswing. If you use your backswing well, then everything goes really well. Yeah.
Everything's always this way. That's probably why that guy was like.
So this is what you use during the downswing, but during the backswing you have to have active action of the right foot. Yeah. Then you will naturally have recentering motion.
I get it. My shoulder.
Which shoulder is it? Left?
I was like lifting some weights recently, and like the next day, man, it's like I've been.
You are strong enough already.
I know. That's what I do.
When you tend to rely on your strength,
Sure.
then you keep doing this.
I know.
They try to hit it hard.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you start using your body better,
Maybe when I'm 45, I'll be smarter.
I wish I could have that kind of muscles. But
Take some of them away. I feel so tight.
but my advantage is because my muscles are not that strong,
Yes, it's like.
so I have to use my body.
Sure.
So that's
get it.
why I'm always conscious of
I
my
understand.
body motion. Yeah. All right. So let's record your normal swing.
Hit the ball.
Not yet. Okay. Not yet. Let's. So give me a practice swing. So ready, go. All right, and then,
Felt like I waited on that one.
yeah.
Ooh.
You see how far your curve goes, and
Yeah.
then,
It doesn't even feel like that.
but it's not really excessive
No.
because you are having full control,
It's
right?
swinging.
You see, and then you're almost drawing a sword from the shit.
You know, it's crazy. My very first golf coach taught me this way, and then I eventually started getting away from it and away from
So
it. And away
see
from
how you use your body now.
it. Yeah, totally. I feel it.
No awkward posture. So everything is flowing,
Sure.
and then motion is continuous.
Yeah, totally. I don't even want to see it. My little half backswing.
This is a kind of torture. So I love, torturing people.
Yeah, totally. I get it.
Showing the initial swing.
I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, look at this. So here, you are using your muscles and then you're opening your body quite a bit.
So here's the thing. I'm like, I feel like I'm flexible enough to get the club parallel to the ground, but I've never seen it like that, ever.
And even here, you are not really standing on the left side, but,
No, I'm hanging
just,
back.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why my whole right sciatic nerve was shot.
But now,
This will probably take pressure off my body too. Like having flow to it.
you see, now you're standing on the left side, right?
Totally.
After the swing.
Yeah, I love it. No, that's why we're here, man.
So, yeah, so this is, basically why it is so important to use the body.
100%.
Yeah, and then use the rhythm.
Sure.
It all comes from the rhythm.
Do you ever see people that like get their body and rhythm good, but their arms still are acting funny? Like on the downswing, even though you get the rhythm going good, that their arms are just out of whack, like in bad positions, or just
Usually, when the body motion is good, then naturally it will downplay the arms.
Gotcha.
So you have less.
So you're probably,
fewer
if the
problems.
body's working good, you're probably not going to see somebody like.
And even what happens is
like that.
when you move your body well, then even you don't pay attention to what your arms are doing up here.
No, you don't. Not at all.
Completely forget about what
didn't
your
even-
arms are doing
I
here.
didn't even worry where the club was, where my arms were. Usually I'm trying to like understand where the club is.
So in motor control, there is a theory that if you have external focus, so you focus on something outside your body,
Sure.
then generally the organization of the body motion is a lot better.
Gotcha.
But when you focus on certain body part, how to
Right.
move it,
Yeah.
then you actually break out of the natural flow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, I get it. This is awesome.
Yeah. So we could quickly change your pattern today.
Sure. Yeah, you did.
Now because now you feel what it is like.
Yeah.
Then you can certainly use this for your students.
Sure. Should we come back like every so often and keep learning from you? 'Cause it's like we want to keep learning.
In your case, I also want to do eventually the swing analysis.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we look at exactly how you're using the ground and so on.
Okay.
So today, because it was a
Sure.
quick one,
Right.
and then on Thursday it's hard to do swing analysis because I have to use my students.
Got you.
But once we schedule it later, then we
Cool.
can actually you go through all the data and
Gotcha.
see what you're doing.
And that's when you put like dots on
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah. So
Cool.
then you will have the confirmation that, I'm working with the ground a lot better.